Hi, and welcome to another Trace Chess Chat. Today we have a really exciting topic. It comes up all the time in conversations with us, and it's about competitor research. So this comes into play whether you're launching a new product or you're growing the sales of something you already have out there. It's so important to understand where you stack up in the market. So, hey, Meryl, let's start with basics. Why is it important to do competitor research?
So competitive research is not something you do just before you launch something. It's really a continual process, right? You always want to see how you're fitting into the marketplace. You want to understand better about your pricing. You want to see where there are opportunities and gaps for future growth. You want to get an idea around packaging and brand messaging and other social media presence. You want to also see news about your competitors, right? Who are their investors? Who are some of their bigger customers are? So you also are continually refining where you're fitting in the marketplace and where you have those opportunities to continue to grow.
So this is one of the questions that comes up all the time. This is all great. I understand why to do it, but how do I do it? How do we do competitor research?
So once you're up and running and you have more financial resources, you can hire an outside firm to do research. And you can also, gather more up-to-date data to help you look at some of these things in the competitive market. It is expensive, right? And it does make sense at different times when you're doing market research to hire outside, right? If you want a focus group, if you want, you know, a really curated quantitative or qualitative type of research, then you really want an outside resource to help you conduct that. But most of the time, you can keep up currently in your own personal research. And one is you want to make sure that you're tracking this in some format, right? But you always want to go out and see what's out in the market physically, especially if you're traveling around. You want to go and see how it shows up outside of your own area where you do most of your business. You want to see it on the shelf. You want to see how it stacks up. You want to see what other people have out there. And you're looking again at what the pricing is for this. What are people paying for this? And then you want to continue your online research, right? And looking at this, this is really important for direct to business, direct to consumer. Where is it showing up in the different ways in which people can purchase this online? Again, pricing, shipping costs, all of the things that are making you have better decision making in your own business, and that you're collecting that data so that you can use it. And then the most importantly is, how do I use all this? And what am I looking for? And I think I mentioned it, but I just want to recap that. And that is, how do I continually differentiate? Where are those gaps in the marketplace that I can take advantage of? Is there anything else like this? Am I being innovative, creating something new? Am I disrupting, continually, pushing a category beyond what it's done? Or am I refining something to create a better experience than what exists out there? And am I priced correctly? And am I visually fitting into my competitors or even standing out?
So you do all this great market research, and then what do you do with that information?
So this is giving me better understanding of where I am in the market and who my market is, right? So that I continually have an engagement with my audience and improve upon that audience, but can expand to them in that audience, right? And bring in new users, new customers, new buyers to this, right? So I'm proving and gaining traction. And I have a better way to continually build on how I describe my product, how I position it, how I show up for it, and where I show up. And then I have the continual ongoing of what people are willing to pay for this over time.
So we're calling this, competitor research. So obviously, part of this is to get an advantage over our competition. So from this market research, how do we create an advantage?
You're trying to really understand how you're competing on price. And this is really important to understand your margins and your road to profitability, right? Because if it costs you a whole lot and you cannot compete on the shelf for that, then you need to go back in and figure out, how am I going to do that? Can I charge more? Do I need to produce more so I can lower my costs. All of that data helps you identify where you need to spend time, resources, and adjust so that you are continually growing and being profitable. And then you want to know how you compete on quality, right? And so, are there new features that you can offer? Do you stand out by creating something that isn't there? And why is it better? And there's this choice. You have a choice in this because you can be the less expensive option and just sell as much of that and not really care about the overall quality and experience. You're just moving, lots of that. Or you really are trying to stand out and you're getting a higher price than your competitors because you are offering a better experience. You have a better made, durable product. It's a better flavor. It's got better ingredients. It has more nuance. And so those are things that you continually are measuring yourself against, but also identifying how you're going to continue to make money.
So this has been great. A lot of great information here for people, no matter what part of their business journey they're in. But let's just do a quick recap here. What are some of the ways to conduct competitor research? And then how do you use that information to create competitive advantage?
So competitor research is really important. It's not just done before you launch a product, it's done continually over time. It is giving you a complete insight into pricing and packaging and brand messaging, social media presence, news updates on your competitors. It helps you differentiate ways to conduct competitor research. There's times that it's the right to spend money to get more professional in-person research or specific data about a mindset of qualitative and quantitative information. But most of the time you can gather your own information and keep track of gaps in the marketplace, innovation, disruption, refinement, packaging, and pricing that continues to help you grow your business and your sales. It helps you continually improve the relationship with your current audience and build future audiences. And it helps you decide where your pricing needs to be adjusted for profitability over time, whether that is, you need to scale up so that your lower inputs in your costs, or you need to add new feature or continue to enhance those features and bring people's awareness of why you're priced a little bit ahead of your competitors.
So much great information here. And as usual, if folks need help developing a competitor research strategy, feel free to message us here on LinkedIn or on our website at tracetrust.com. Great talking to you, Meryl.
Thank you, Rhiannon.
Bye.